Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard. So pleased to be with you here on African Diaspora News. Please make sure you give us a big thumbs up and share the broadcast. Thank you so very much. Family, certainly you all know about the uprisings that are happening in places such as Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, and so forth, right? Well, Emmanuel Macron, president of France, is still showing his neo-colonialism and white supremacy. He had the nerve to say that the Sahel and parts of it specifically would not exist without France. Quote, without France's military operations in the Sahel, there would probably no longer be Mali, Burkina Faso, and I'm not sure there would be a Niger, French President Emmanuel Macron told French publication Le Point. It says he was referring to the former colonial powers' interventions in the mid-2000s with Operation Serval and Operation Barkhane. French troops were moved from Mali to Niger after its military leaders cut ties with the former colonial powers. Isn't that some arrogance? Isn't that some twisted psychological warfare? That the oppressor would tell you that you wouldn't exist. You were existing when they invaded you. But they want you to believe that somehow their deletion of your populations, much of your populations, the theft of your resources and the continuous theft of your resources. Having some of the African countries give you 50%, put 50% of their monetary reserves in their banks. Fleecing the people still today. You got your military there. And according to some experts and some reports out of Niger, they're saying that they have evidence, and I talked about this before in a broadcast I did some time back here. Be sure to check that out, where they have direct connections to black terrorist, alleged black terrorist organizations. And in fact, they are said that they created these organizations, black terrorist organizations, to justify their presence on the continent, claiming they're fighting terrorism. And not only that, you all have to open up your eyes and say, wait a minute, if the United States is in a lot of these parts, and if France is there, these other Western countries are there, their militaries are there, they're claiming they're helping to fight terrorism, and terrorism, they're saying in some parts, are getting worse. What should that tell you? If it was actually getting better, then that would mean their presence wouldn't be needed there. Talk black to me, somebody. Another part of this quote, he says, when there is a coup, and when the fight against terrorism is not the priority of the new rulers, France does not feel called to remain engaged. This is indeed dramatic for the countries concerned. If you don't sit your funny looking self down, what do you mean engaged? Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, they kicked you out. Why are you sitting here playing like you are withdrawing your presence? No, they told you bye-bye. They was telling, begging you, pleading, get out. They don't want you. This is all twisted media propaganda. This is why media is warfare, to get people confused, saying incoherent things. Family, you got to rewind the tape and slow things down, and you can point out the holes in his very clear colonialist story. But we're all over it, baby, here in the United States and certainly on the African continent. We stand with you. Talking about coups. What are you talking about? You and other Western countries are responsible for multiple coups throughout the melanated countries, throughout the melanated nations. You're tripping because this is one that was initiated by the people. You don't like that. But baby, there's a changing of the guards and there's a changing of the gods and goddesses. It's a brand new day. And they said, get out and stay out. And we're not going for these tricks that Macron and others are putting out there. How dare you, the arrogance. They wouldn't exist We're not the newest people on the planet. We're the original man and woman. We're the ones that's responsible for civilization, large-scale creations, inventions, and the maintaining of the worlds. You've had your little rule over the past several hundred years. Really, you've been involved for the past thousands of years, but most devastatingly over the past 400 to 500 years. And your time is up. And it's also written that the real oppressor's time is up. He knows his time is up. And we're waking up. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it below. My name is Vicki Dillard. Be sure to join my spiritual school at clubvicki.com for a very low price. I'm going to be doing some special masterminds like my ancestors webinar to talk to you about your supernatural royal bloodline and how we activate that power to start to rule the new world. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Go to clubvicki.com. That's clubvicki.com. I can't wait to see you again.